Hi, hi, this is your host Viveka, and today I'm going to talk to my friend Anita about a very interesting topic, importance of scholarships for law students. Anita and I were together in National Law School, Bangalore for her PG. After completing her PG, she completed her PhD also from the same institution. Currently, she is working as an assistant professor in Campus Law Center, Faculty of Law, University of Delhi. Prior to that, she worked as an assistant professor at the National Law School of India, University, Bangalore, Christ University, Bangalore, and Dr. Ambedkar Law College, Puducherry. When I told her about Just Initio, she was very excited about the initiative and agreed to give us an interview to help students of law win scholarships. I am very excited about interviewing her today. Hi, Anita. How are you?
Hello, Viveka. I am very good and thank you so much for inviting me on this platform. I'm very glad to be a part of your this noble initiative. Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
so much. It's our pleasure to have you here today. And I can't wait to ask you the questions. So, shall we start?
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Yeah. So, firstly, tell us why scholarships are important for law students and also tell us, does it help them in their career?
Okay, well, a very basic answer for this question when we say why scholarship is important for a law student, the first thing comes in my mind is that not everyone can afford the kind of expenses which one can incur studying the outside. So scholarship is important when you need to take care of your financial expenses outside. And the second most important thing, which I believe why scholarship is important, is that because when you get a scholarship, it shows that you have that potential, you have that merit, and that's why you have chosen amongst thousands of applications, and eventually it leads to a lot of job opportunities also. And I'm telling you based on my experience, because I could able to secure a two government job, and trust me, in this two government job, the most of the interview question were center around my scholarship, what did I learn, and how was the exposure. So I think this is a one of the aspects that why the scholarship is important for the student. And I also would like to tell you that I hope you all will agree with me that in this 21st century, you cannot, like survive without knowing the international aspect of any issues. You take the example of COVID 19. We are talking about the health regulation. We are talking about WHO. We are talking about, importing the raw materials so that we can make the vaccine. So these all issues involve a lot of international law perspectives also. So now the global exposure has become a need for the student. So it is very important that I mean to say the scholarship is a very important for any student in a law career.
Okay,
That's what I
great,
wanted.
great. So, what all scholarships did you win in your academic career?
Okay, so my the first scholarship I got it when I was doing my PhD from National Law School of India, University, Bangalore, and it is called Erasmus Mundus Doctoral Exchange Scholarship. So it was for a 10-month, and it was fully funded. I have not spent even a single penny from my pocket. My financial things has been well taken care. So and the second scholarship I got it. It's called the Hague Academy of International Law Scholarship,
Just a
wherein
second.
I got a chance
Okay,
to study
just a second.
Okay, is there any problem?
There was a small hitch. So I think we should once again start from. You just start from this Germany thing because the video got stuck for a minute. Yeah, you can continue. Just start from. I will
Okay,
edit
no
this
problem.
part. Yeah. You tell me about this Germany scholarship.
Okay, so my first scholarship I got it when I was doing my PhD, and it is called Erasmus Doctoral Exchange Scholarship, and it was for a 10-month, and it was fully funded. And believe me, I have not need to spend even a single penny from my pocket. So everything was taken care well. The second international scholarship is I got, it's called the Hague Academy of International Law Scholarship. If you get this scholarship, you get a chance to spend 1 month in Hague, and you are going to be taught public international law by ICJ judges, by a lot of
Wow,
renowned international law scholars, like
excellent.
the member of international law commissions. And the last scholarship I got in 2018, and it is called United Nations Asia and Pacific Regional Course in International Law. And in this scholarship, again, it is fully funded. And in this scholarship, I got a chance to spend 1 month in Bangkok, again taught by a lot of renowned international law scholar across the globe. So this all opportunity, I got it through my in my academic career.
Excellent. It's so amazing to hear whatever you have to say. And it's so amazing to know the kind of exposure these scholarships provide to the students. Okay. And tell us about your experience in Germany and how did this experience impact your personality?
Okay, so honestly speaking, being a the first international trip, I was very nervous. A lot of things was going on in my head, whether I will be able to adjust in terms of atmosphere, in terms of the people, and a lot of things was going in my head. And believe me, after spending few months, I realized that it helps me a lot in terms of gaining the confidence, in terms of managing the things, like alone, because you learn all this thing,
Correct.
especially if you go to the European country.
Correct.
And most important thing, I became more punctual, because most of time I missed my buses just because I was late for a few seconds.
Correct.
The
Correct.
buses are very, on time.
Correct.
So this is something also impacted me on my personality. It helps me to refine my communication skill as well, my dear friends. And not only the personality wise, but also it helped me a lot professionally. I got a chance to interact with a lot of scholar across the country, with a professor. It helps me to develop a good professional contact, and believe me, this is all are very useful in my academic careers. So this is all about my experience in Germany, Viveka.
Excellent. So amazing. And I am very curious to know about Puducherry experience of yours because it must have been a very different experience in terms of language and culture. So how was your experience of being in Puducherry, teaching the students in Puducherry?
Okay, first of all, I was very excited because it was my first government job, and I was the youngest faculty got selected, in the list. So was very excited, and of course, altogether a very different experience. Uh, Pondicherry is very beautiful. Of course, a small place, beautiful place.
Correct.
And let me tell you, yeah, language barrier was there, because when you need to communicate with auto and sometimes with a student also,
Yeah.
because the crowd is a bit different there, and the student comes from villages, from interior areas, so there were different challenges. But I'm glad that this gave me the chance to learn a Tamil language. I'm not claiming that I've learned fully, but I started watching a
Yeah.
lot of
Good.
Tamil movies, especially Vijay's movie. So I tried to pick up few of the,
Excellent.
language in Tamil, like Yenna Prachna, something like that, Vanga. So it was very nice experience.
That's so cool. Okay. So how is Campus Law Center, Delhi University? How was your experience there?
Okay, so the Campus Law Center is a place where I'm working currently. Um, I will say it is, very vibrant place. Or in other words, I should say it's happening place where you see a lot of things are going on. Whether you say the student activities, demonstration, student elections. So in a lot of sense, it is a the happening place. And one of the most important thing which actually I like in Campus Law Center, University of Delhi, is about the student crowd which you get to deal with them. because the student who usually comes to campus law center, they mostly are preparing for the civil services examinations.
Okay.
So you got a chance to teach, those students, and their approach to understand the law is very different.
Okay.
So of course, as a teacher, I face a lot of challenges in the
Correct.
class,
Correct.
like in terms of deep understanding about the law. But I think that's good for any,
Correct.
academician.
Correct. That's true. That's true. The more you're challenged, the better teacher you become, right? And that's what we always look forward to. We look forward, like, what's the point in not being challenged, not being asked questions? What are we going to learn if we are not going to be asked questions, right?
Right.
So it must be really exciting to teach students who are also UPSC aspirants, and that is going to make you thorough with your
Yeah.
subject, and that's something we all enjoy doing, don't we? Yeah. And finally, coming to our topic of discussion, the scholarships. So tell us about the types of scholarships that are available to the students of law.
Well, Viveka, it depends very much on the interest of the student. So, what I would like to recommend, please confine your interest in which area
Okay.
want to do your, you wanted to pursue your higher studies. But still, I will, tell few of the renowned scholarships which,
Okay.
the student who are watching this interview, watching this video can focus on. So
Okay.
there is a Rhodes Scholarship, which is very prestigious scholarship wherein you can, pursue your higher studies from Oxford University. And I'm very happy to tell you that in 2021, one of the student from Campus Law Center got this Rhodes
Wow.
Scholarship. And
Amazing.
that's
That's
really
great.
amazing,
That's great.
really amazing. And apart from that, you can, if you have an interest to pursue your higher study from Germany, especially from any of the German university, you can focus on DAD also, which is again the fully funded. It's also offer
So how
you know
do how can the students find these things? Like, where can they get information about these scholarships?
Well, I will say now it is more easier to find this scholarship is because there's a lot of online platform is available
Okay.
which announce this scholarship. You can take the example of Loctopus, you can take the
Okay.
example of Knowledgeisty. So, like, keep in touch with your seniors, teachers who have exposure to abroad. So there are a lot
Okay.
of avenue you can get to know.
Okay, okay. Yeah, please continue. Yeah, you were telling us about the different types of scholarships. So tell us some.
Yeah, so you can also focus on that if, in case if you wanted to pursue your higher study from Germany, you can focus on Schivling scholarship, Felix scholarship. You can also, opt for a Fulbright scholarship, which provides, funding for pursuing the higher study from USA. So it depends, in which country, in which university you wanted to focus on. So there are a
Okay,
lot of opportunities are there.
okay. So what are the important things the students should keep in mind while applying for scholarships abroad?
Okay, the first thing I would like to suggest to all the student, please go through very carefully what are their, the selection criteria, what are their demand. Please make the list of those documents which you require to submit while applying for this scholarship. For example, most of the scholarship they ask to write a statement of purpose, and some scholarships say, in other words, motivation letter, recommendation letter. And
Okay,
in case if you have a publication, sometimes it plays a very important role in selection. I'm not saying it is a sole criteria, but
got it.
it add the value,
Good.
while in your selection process. So make sure when you write your statement of purpose, be honest what you are writing, because ultimately you have to appear for the interview. So you should be in a position to justify that what you are claiming in your statement of purpose. So these all are very basic things that you should keep in your mind before applying for any scholarship.
Okay, great, excellent. Okay, so that was such an informative interview, and thank you so much, Chef, for sharing all this knowledge with us. And I can't thank you enough for this interview. Thank you so much, Anita.
Thank you, Viveka, and I hope this interview will be very helpful for all of your students. Thank you so much for
I'm very
inviting.
sure. I'm very sure. Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.